Hi, Zofa. The issue you're having is you cannot keep that negative there when you factor. So when you factor, you have to first take out the negative, and what remains is positive 3t squared minus 2t minus 56. Okay, then leave that negative there and now factor it again. To get the 3t squared, it's 3t times t. To get the 56, it could be 7 times 8. I got to work with it a little bit till I figure out what works. So 7 times 8 didn't work. I thought about 28 times 2. That didn't work. So next I did 14 times 4 is also 56. So let's try the 14 and the 4. 14 times 4. The inners would be 14t. The outers are 12. And yeah, that I could get that negative 2. So I need this negative, this positive. You could also use the quadratic formula if you really couldn't figure out how to factor it. Okay, so now that it's factored, set each factor equal to 0, and you'll get that t equals 14 thirds and t equals negative 4. Now the issue I think you're having is you didn't know what to do with this negative. So now that I've got that there, when I go to do my sign chart, we have a negative 4, positive 14 thirds. Okay, when you go to check all these regions, you have 3 things you're dealing with, okay? I'm going to plug in the middle section first because 0 is easy to work with. If I plug in a 0 for all of my t's, okay, this guy would be negative, this guy would be positive, but this negative also counts. So 2 negatives make a positive, so this would be a positive in here. Okay, so you got to count this negative as one of your signs. To the right of 14 thirds, I could use 15 thirds, which would be 5. Okay, let me do that one. If I plug in a 5, this guy is positive. Plug in a 5, this guy is positive, but this negative is still there. So that's 1 negative, so it's a negative. And since t stands for time, to the left of this is irrelevant because you can't go negative anyway. So I don't know what this question was. We were looking for, left and right? Okay. Well, particles moving left when velocity is negative. So left would be 14 thirds to infinity. Right is when velocity is positive, which you might think it's negative 4 to 14 thirds, but again, you can't have a negative time. So you got to stop at 0 to 14 thirds. And since 0 is smack dab in the middle of this region, you actually use a bracket there. Okay? Or you could say x is between 0 and 14 thirds. All right, so hopefully that helped. Thanks for asking. Bye.